RLCS lobby. All they have is each other's synergy, each other's knowledge of the game, and that just I love the unpredictability of it.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of teams, as you see, in the rosters, they do have a low salary player, and that's for good reason. And there's going to be another goal coming from Metal Turtles from Giga Ninja. What a shot coming out of him! It just looks like Thunderbolts didn't really have good communication on the defense there, and they just paid the price for it.
We were talking before the show started about Thunderbolt's very high pressing, attacking, boost hungry style. And what you're seeing in this second game is that they are pushing way too far upfield. And Ivy and Zarek's passing change is not really staying as smooth as it was in the first game. They are really just overextending themselves, overstretching, maybe getting a little overeager to close the door. But
What a
Ivy
shot!
gets the team back in this. Look at how he takes this ball. Cut sends it up. Ivy catches it in midair, and no one is in a position where they can jump for that ball. Everyone is pointing their car in the wrong direction.
Yeah, what a shot coming out of Ivy there. What a redirect. Cut looking for his teammate there and actually gets the ball where he wants it. And Ivy capitalizes on the shot there. What a shot coming from him. And it looks like he's going to do it again and ties up the game here. 2:49 left on the clock.
Yeah, and right there you see Ginja Ninja making a good read, but just not quite reacting at the right time. You can see that his car is a little too far away to block Ivy, and the angle's just not right. Ivy gets a good speed flip, trying to go for the ball. Doesn't win the kickoff though. Ginja Ninja gets a bit of shadow fence going. That's a pitch off the car into the corner. That's a great shot angle. Not quite great enough. Ginja Ninja I'm sorry, that's actually Chandad, who is really just cursing himself at the moment. Zarek goes up, can't get it. Chandad knocks it away, tries to get the ball forward. He's not having a lot of luck getting past these Thunderbolt players. Oh, but look at this, Finn. This is a huge back half opening. Can they dunk it in? No!
Yeah, they almost capitalized on the shot there. Thunderbolts is going to clear it away into Metal Turtles' corner. See if they can do anything here, but does not seem to be getting anything going for them in this game whatsoever. Looks like a little communication issues coming out of Thunderbolts here and there, but so far it is a very interesting match. Metal Turtles is definitely not going down without a fight whatsoever. They really want this series. They really want this win. They want to prove themselves, and they seem to be doing that so far in this second game. As another shot comes out of Metal Turtles here, but does not get anything with it. Metal Turtles is going to get the ball mid. What a save coming out of Thunderbolts there. Giga Ninja is going to try and do something, but doesn't do anything with the ball. Zerk is on the ball here. He's going to go for another flip reset, see if he can get a goal out of it. Oh, he gets a double flip reset, actually, but does not capitalize on the touch there. What a save coming from Metal Turtle.
Yeah, Chandad had that move read from the start, from the jump, was already waiting to make that jump to knock the ball off Zarek's car. And Ginja Ninja's going up high again to receive, gets it away, but that's passing right to Zarek. In volleyball, they call that an overpass. When you make a dig or a pass and unintentionally knock it over the net to your opponent's half, which gives them a free set, and almost they had the chance to get a goal, but is it going to get? No! Ivy, Zarek, they both make this a big open midfield that Ginja Ninja's trying not to give up, trying to get the ball away from Thunderbolts. Can he do it? Right now, looking like no, but a bit of an awkward traffic jam, Vin.
Yeah, absolutely. Thunderbolts on the offensive here. Cut is going to take this to the air, but does not do anything with it. Good knock away there from Chandad. Thunderbolts is going to have it in their corner. Chandad is there to receive, though. Looks like Ivy is going to take this up to the sidewall, but doesn't really get anything out of it. Zerg is going to take the ball away, trying to get a pinch mid here, but does not get the pinch that he was looking for. Over to the sidewall now. We've got 8 seconds left on the clock. See if anything can come out of this, or if we're going to go back into another overtime.
It's looking like it, my friend. It's looking like overtime. And if you're Thunderbolts, you might be thinking, we're top of the power rankings, and this team has taken us to overtime twice now.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see what Metal Turtles does this time around. And looks like Ivy's going to get that to the to the corner, but he doesn't get a good clear there, and he kind of almost pays the price there. Metal Turtle getting a shot there, but does not capitalize on the shot there. Chandad has a breakaway here. He's going to put a shot on target. Ooh, what a save from Zurek here. Another pass going towards mid. Does not get the 50, and that's going to be cleared out from Zurek. He has a little bit of time, a little bit of space, but no boost to capitalize there. It looks like Metal Turtles is going to get the clear here. Chandad goes for a low 50, but gets knocked away. Metal Turtles is going to get this back to the mid, but Ivy is there to clear the ball. Gets a flick over one. Chandad is there to make the clear over into the Thunderbolts corner. Zarek is going to try and get this over to his teammate on the sidewall, but they are there to deflect the ball. Ivy is going to get a flick. This is going to be a shot on target coming out of Chandad, but they are there to make the save. Chandad off the sidewall into the mid. Ivy and Zurich on the offensive. Let's see if they can get a passing play going here. One defender is broken down. And
right now
sorry,
we have a
K-Box,
play that is going in. Cut gets the set from Ivy right off the backboard. Look at this again. He takes it up. He drops it in the perfect place for Cut to knock it home after having dragged the defenders from Metal Turtles away. And now they're up 2-0 in this series, but they've had to work for it, my friend.
Yes, they sure did. Game 2 is going to go into favor of Metal Turtles here. Or not Metal Turtles, sorry. Thunderbolts. Sorry, my throat is really dry right now. Yeah, Thunderbolts is going to take game 2 here. Like I said, if they can just control their boost a little bit more, I think they can actually pull away here. But these games are a lot closer than what I anticipated. Metal Turtles is definitely giving them a run for their money. I don't think Thunderbolts was really expecting Metal Turtles to actually give them, kind of a piece of their own medicine here.
It doesn't seem like anyone was, because Metal Turtles, well, we were talking about them having a chance to prove themselves before this game, and they're certainly doing that. Just being able to keep up with Thunderbolts as well as they're doing, and the fact that they're not out of the series yet. They have an opportunity to theoretically do a reverse sweep. Am I putting my money on it? No. But they have that chance, and they're already trying to take it. We are well into the third game, everybody. Welcome to more Rocket League.
Yeah, let's see what Metal Turtles decide to do here. They do have the opportunity to come out with a reverse sweep, which would be absolutely astonishing to see. I don't really see that happening just because Thunderbolts has been very dominant on the ball. They're getting their passing plays. Zerk and Ivy are definitely showing up, and Cut is definitely playing a factor in it as well. I think if Metal Turtles, if they play a little bit aggressive more than what they have been, and just getting shots on target more and just kind of finding each other a little bit more, I feel like they can pull a win here. I just don't really see it happening right now. As a miss comes out, don't know if that was an intentional fake, but it's going to pay out for Giga Ninja getting the goal there, and Metal Turtles is already up 1-0 in game 3 here.
That's painful to watch. If you look at that replay again, that was an attempted infield pass to Cut, who overshoots the ball and leaves it wide open for Ginja Ninja to send it in. We've all been there, and it always stings so badly. But you've run orgs yourself, you know they can't get stuck on this. They don't have time. They need to get back in the game.
Yes, absolutely. Metal Turtles up 1-0 into game 3. Thunderbolts looking to try and get something going here. Looks like Owen is going to let Giga Ninja take the ball there. That is going to be a ball mid going over to Ivy. There's there to make the save. Ball going towards the mid. Cut is going to get beat there. Ivy is there to make the save, though. Or not unfortunately, sorry. To make the save there, fortunately. For
Thunderbolts.
Zerk is going to take this over to the side wall. Giga Ninja's already there. Does get the 50 that he's looking for, but Chandad is there to get the ball. But Ivy is also there. He's just trying to get this mid, but he does not have anybody mid to get a shot onto target there. They had 2 Thunderbolt teammates over into the corner boost, fighting over for that boost there. This is going to get cleared over to the sidewall. Zerk is not going to be able to get the touch. That's going to get cleared away by Owen over to the midfield. Cut is there to make the touch, though. See if he can get this over to the mid-size. Gets it on target, but can't get to the ball back in time. Zerk is going to get a nice flip touch there. Going over to the mid, Ivy's there, but it's going to be well over his head. Chandad is going to get to the 50 over to the sidewall. Ivy is there to receive the pass. He's going to go for a double touch here, but does not be able to get it. Cut is also there, but that gets cleared away from Metal Turtles. Zerk is going to get another touch here over to the sidewall. Trying to get that over to the mid, but it does not get it. Ivy's there to catch the ball, and he's going to get demoed and pay the price. Owen is going to take his time here. Cut is there to receive the pass. It's going to go over to the back wall. Can he get the save here? He will. He's going to go over to the side. Well, what a pinch coming out of Chandad there over to his teammate Owen, but does not get the touch. And that is just kind of a missed opportunity from Metal Turtles there to get up 2-0 on this series.
Yeah, but
that's
definitely been up. Oh, look at that. As soon as you start to say it, Zarek finds the way to get it in, sends it up high, gets it off the backboard, the top corner, and sends it in himself. You can see Ginja Ninja having tried to get the read, but reads it a little too low. And right now, it's a tie ball game at a time where Metal Turtles cannot afford a tie. The pressure when you're about to go down 3 straight games must be immense. Zarek sends it in, hammers that nail in a bit deeper.
Now, this is going to be a really good air double touch from Ivy over to Zarek. The passing play continues from Thunderbolts, and we kind of all expected that. Zarek and Ivy have really good chemistry with one another, and they go up 2-1 in the series. If I was Metal Turtles right now, I definitely would be pretty much going balls to the wall here and just kind of being just as aggressive as I can be. I would also like to see Metal Turtles probably go for a little bit more demo plays here. I think that would really benefit them. As I say that, they tie up the series 2-2 in game 3 here. Nice 50 coming out of Owen, and Giga Ninja capitalizing on the touch there to get that into the net. And it looked like Owen actually ended up try to go for a bump there. But I think if Metal Turtles actually go for a little bit more demolition plays here, I think they have a chance of actually winning this game 3 and actually forcing a game 4 here.
They're certainly giving it the old college try. You just saw Owen let down a demo. Ginja Ninja sets a bit of an interception course, tries to get the ball past Zarek. He cannot. Ball's in control of Metal Turtles, though. It's still in the Thunderbolts. Home third. Zarek loses the ball. Owen sends it up. Can Ginja Ninja follow up? No, there's too many cars in the way. He's certainly going to try. Can't get it past Ivy. He's stalking Cut. Right now, Ivy doesn't get a good angle. He is in the corner trying to fish that ball out. Right now, they're trying to get it away. You see the demos ramping up like you were suggesting, Vin. And right now, that's an open net. Is it going in? It is! Ivy gets Thunderbolts ahead and gets them in sight of sweeping this series.
Now, this is going to be a really nice demo coming out of Ivy there. It looks like Metal Turtles needs to be doing the same thing here. They only got 53 seconds left. I would really be playing very aggressive here, trying to get as much boost as I can, just really boost starving the other team and just trying to get more demo plays coming out of the door here. Ivy's going to be able to clear that ball away. Cut's going to try and get a 50, but that gets cleared away by Chandad. Zarek is there to get a potential pass mid, but that is going to be cleared away from Metal Turtles. Cut's going to take the ball here. Gets rejected. Chandad almost, the ball is mid, but Cut is going to get there with just the slightest amount of boost. I don't know how actually he got back to that ball unless he wave dashed on the wall there that I wasn't able to see. But that's going to be cleared away. Chandad is going to be there. He's going to get a pass mid, see if anybody can do it. Berserk is there to intercept and try goes for a flip reset there. And what a shot and what a play coming out of Ivy and Zurich there.
Yeah, that was beautiful team play. Zarek sends it up high, sets it right in front of the open net. That was a volleyball style set, my friend. Just drops it right in front of Ivy to knock it into the net, and 6 seconds for 2 goals. I think it might be all she wrote for Metal Turtles right now. 3, 2, 1. That doesn't end until the ball hits Earth. Is it going to? Is it going to? Oh, it goes in! But that's not going to be enough. Regulation's going to end off a beautiful goal from Metal Turtle. Too little, too late. Vin, if that had happened 1 goal sooner, we'd be looking at a 3rd overtime in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately for Metal Turtles, that is not gonna force a game four, but they ended up deciding to get at least one more for the road for good measure. Overall, it was a good effort from Metal Turtles. Like I said, they definitely gave Thunderbolts a run for their money. And like I said, Thunderbolts, I feel like they weren't really expecting Metal Turtles to actually play as well as they did. Even though Metal Turtles did lose, I'm very still happy with the result. Like I said, I didn't really see a lot from them on their last series, but now that I get to see um how they play and and what the team is all about and during the series, I actually have high hopes for the remaining of the season for them. I feel like they actually can go the distance in this season, and I do wish them the best of luck.
Yeah, this is really, you can see what a team has even when they lose. Winning and losing, it matters. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. I'm not going to lie to people's faces. But you can still see what a team's got, and I don't think anybody expected Metal Turtles to put up as much of a fight as they did. 2 out of the 3 games went into overtime, and one was within one goal. You saw a lot of great tools for what I was talking about, disrupting the passing plays and really just forcing Thunderbolts to back off and to lose some momentum. And they had a lot of great showings for it. Vin, you've run orgs before. You've played a lot of Rocket League. What were you seeing before we get Thunderbolts in here for an interview?
Um, from what I've seen, Thunderbolts, like I said, I just really think they need to work on the boost management just a little bit. Like I said, I just seen a lot of times where they just weren't really boost efficient. As I feel like they can be. I think if they really get that aspect of their gameplay down, I feel like they're checking the boxes on everything else. It's just um, not having the sufficient amount of boost to get back to the plays that they want to get back to, or the plays that they want to make plays on. Um, so I feel like if Thunderbolts actually gets that aspect of their gameplay down, they will definitely be a force to be reckoned with for sure. And coming from the Metal Turtle side, I would just like to see a little bit more aggressiveness there from them, a little bit more
Hmm.
offense presence, and just actually going for a little bit more demolitions there. I feel like that would have helped them out a lot there too. Um, and just yeah, just really just being more aggressive on the offensive side. I feel like defensively they're very good defensively. They definitely find each other on the defensive aspect of it. They're I will say this too. They are very good at counterattacking too. They do definitely find the openings for sure when they're on the defensive side. If a team overcommits, they definitely make them pay the price for it.
Yeah, that was very much in evidence. Thunderbolts had several moments where they were far too far ahead of their own half. No one was close enough to double back. Ivy's usually very good at rotating back into defense. You saw that a lot in the match against Most Hated. So I think maybe they were too focused on finishing the battle early, maybe. But that was exactly the kinds of moments where Metal Turtles had their chance to go in. Once we get a look at them in the interview, we'll get a feel for what they're thinking, waiting for them to come back into the waiting room. We'll see how they feel. But I don't think they're going to be as happy as they could be because that was a good match, but they were probably hoping for a very clean 3-0. It was a 3-0, but it was one they had to scrabble for.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely feel like Thunderbolts. I feel like they kind of got caught off guard a little bit from Metal Turtles. Metal Turtles definitely came into the series. In the first game they just came out swinging, and it kind of fell off towards the end there. I don't know if morale just kind of went out the window there, or if they um, just a lot of things can happen like when you're losing in a series like this, especially when you're down 2-0. Um, that's why I always say morale is important in a team, especially in the comms. Um, just mostly just trying to keep the energy levels high. Don't really worry about it. The way I always look at it is, the series is still 0-0. Um, and just kind of just like reassuring your teammates, like, hey, we still got this. We're still in this. Like we can still pull out, a reverse sweep here, especially when you're down 2-0. It's just really hard to bounce back there, and I think that's what really makes and breaks a team is if you can bounce back from a 2-0 and at least tie the series and go into the in game 5. It still sucks if you lose the series, but at least you force a game 5, and you know that you're still in the ball game there. But I definitely feel like Metal Turtles. I think if they just go back to the chalkboard and just actually work on a little bit um, on their uh, on their plays a little bit. Like I said, just like maybe implementing a little bit more demos into their gameplay. Defensively, like I said, they're a great team. I just would like to see a little bit more offense coming out of them.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how they recover from this for the match against Reapers next week as well, because no one likes to start their series off, their season off with two straight losses. Well, fortunately they don't. I don't know what I'm talking about. They won their first week, but no one likes to come out and get 3-0'd. But I think they're going to have a bit of a psychological advantage here because they know that they can put up a fight. They know that that was not the clean sweep that a 3-0 looks like. They were present in every moment of all three games. So if they keep up their heads, if they're able to kind of stay mentally in the season, and I'm sure you know this from having run and coached orcs, they have a good chance of making a very good season for themselves, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I definitely don't. Um, well, I guess this goes for any team. I definitely don't count out any team. Um, out of the race yet. Especially
Right, right.
since it's so early on. It's only week 2. There's still plenty of Rocket League to be played, and teams for actually to prove themselves that they can be a force to be reckoned with. It doesn't matter if you start out 3-0 and 3-0 as a record, or if you start out as 0-3. I've been on teams before where we start out as 0-4, 0-5, and we still climb up the power rankings, and we still make it to playoffs. It's anything anything can happen, and Metal Turtles, um, viewing them for the first time in this series, they definitely have a lot of potential. I will give them that, and I feel like if they just work a little bit on the offensive
Hmm.
side and stuff like that, they can actually go the distance. Um, and Thunderbolts, they're a solid team. They go against Reapers in week 3. That's also going to be a very interesting game to watch. I feel like that's going to be a very good matchup um, for them as well. I definitely feel like Reapers is going to give them a run for their money, so that will not be an easy win for them whatsoever.
Hmm.
And it looks like Metal Turtles is going to go against Lag, and Lag has been doing pretty well in their scrims and stuff like that. They're actually putting the pieces together, and that's also going to be a very good,
Uh huh.
interesting
Uh
series
huh.
to see there as well.
Right, and in the meantime, we here in the booth have some of today's winners ready and able to go. We've got Zarek, and Cut in fresh
Hi.
from the action. How are you two doing after that series?
Doing all right. You know, feel like I played absolutely horrendous. So shout out to Ivy and Zarek for putting up with me. I think one game I got like fully DDoSed, went up to like 400 ping, but that was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
definitely
it
seems
was
like we were
something.
having some issues.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
that's part of the name of the game, as you all know, just dealing with the nature of lobbies sometimes. But how are you feeling about the way that your team played today? Because Metal Turtles was able to make it a very close run thing.
There was a lot of bump
Um,
plays.
yeah,
A lot of bump plays.
yeah. We weren't expecting as many bumps going into this. We didn't really see
Hmm.
a lot out of Metal Turtles from the last games that we've watched of them. Yes, we do review other teams and see how they play. We didn't
Hmm.
really notice it as much when we watched it back, but I mean, them coming out and bumping. There was a moment, I think it was in game 2, where one of their players, or it might have been game 3. I don't know. There was 4 matches that we played, and it was something. It's not a Champions League stream without something going wrong, and this just happened to be the servers.
Yeah.
It's
But
all
Yeah,
about how
no,
you deal with it, how you adjust.
yeah, we definitely took the time to kind of talk about how they were playing and how how we can kind of better our performance and try and keep the games more tipped in our favor.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Once you guys started noticing that the games were getting, were getting close, like going into next games, what did you guys talk about, and what did you guys, um, I guess game plan wise, decide to go with that actually like helped you pretty much come out with a victory in the series?
I mean,
To
I
be
pretty
honest,
much got stuck perma third, man.
yeah,
I pretty much
Zerg
played
went
third.
perma third, and other than that, it was
I mean,
same game
Ivy
plan.
Ivy just peaked. Like I haven't seen a lot of that out of Ivy in a while, and I mean, oh my lord, Ivy was playing absolutely insane.
I
Did
will agree
either
with
of you
that.
take any Did either of you take any inspiration from how Novo was playing? Because over the weekend, when we saw in the EU Open quals, Novo played a very pass-heavy style with a deep third man, lots of ball movement, back passing. It reminded me of a lot of what I'm seeing when you, Zarek, and Ivy team up. When you guys do your team plays, your passing plays.
Um, I would definitely say I don't think we take interest specifically off of Nova themselves. I mean, obviously fantastic team. I mean, RLCS team obviously fantastic, but no, we more or less just meshed our playstyles together, and it worked out very very well during our. I believe it was our second preseason game because our first one didn't get played, and I kind of wish it did because I would love to have played Bubbles,
Hmm.
but no, we kind of just we saw it worked, so we kept working on it. Every single game that we played, we tried to implement passing plays, and it kept working. I'm gonna apologize on stream to Ivy because I took 2 goals from Ivy, and I feel so bad.
No worries there. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes it's just goal securing more than anything. Okay. Um, well, I guess my next question would be for you guys. What are your thoughts and feelings and game plans going into next week? I know you guys are going against Reapers. What are your predictions going into that series?
Sorry,
Very
Reapers.
interesting.
Reapers, we're not worried. I mean, we've shown that we can play against some of the best teams in this league right now. I mean, we game 5 most hated. We 3-0'd Metal Turtles. I mean, there's some pretty solid teams. It's not going to be any different. We're going to come out with the same, mentality and the same explosivity that we did in this game in order to win against Reapers.
Absolutely. Well, unless Kvox has any other questions for you, that I believe that is all the time that we spare. Kvox, if you have any other last minute questions, feel free.
No, I think we've covered it just about now. And of course, Zarek, thank you very much. Wonderful to see you so confident. Congratulations on the victory to you and Cut. And thank you to everybody out there watching us and to Ralph for putting today's production together. I've been Kvox. This has been Vin, and we'll see you all next week.